Hey there, we are now settled in at the Love's RV stop in Horse Cave, Kentucky. That's right?
I think.
Yeah, it was a long day, but we are here. We got settled. It's actually a nice little spot, although quite noisy because there are motorcycles and cars that just want to rev up all the time, constantly. So I'm not sure exactly how much sleep we're going to get tonight, but at least the spot itself is actually level, flat, and very nice. So
Yeah, it was easy to get in.
yeah,
Nice big spot. The hookups were nice. There's no sewer, but there's sewer available, I guess, on your way out. You can go by and dump if you need to.
yeah, and for this, I mean, the spots are all of them are quite large. We actually parked the truck next to the RV. We could even park it in front of it if we wanted, but the space is that wide that we just actually have the truck right next to the rig. So recommended. And then you have a McDonald's and a Subway and a Love's right across the way. We'll just load up on our tank tomorrow before we hit the road because the diesel's right across from us too.
Yep.
Yeah. So we haven't done a lot of videos since we left the campground, the fairgrounds, but we wanted to give you a little update about what we were doing. I kind of mentioned before that we were staying a little bit longer because we took the rig into Alliance to do some work, right? So
Yep.
what all happened?
There were two things they couldn't address while we were at the fairgrounds just because of what was involved in doing it. One was our awning has not been right actually since we bought the RV. And they wanted to take care of that. And the second thing was on our way up here, we discovered a leak in the fresh water tank, and we weren't sure where that was coming from. And they didn't want to get involved with that while it was at the fairgrounds. So we agreed to stay and let them figure out what was going on and take care of it. And they did. So we went this morning and did a walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
They took care of our awning. It looks amazing, and we have a light now that you can actually use.
Brand new LED. It's beautiful.
It looks great, and the freshwater tank issue was not a problem with the tank, but apparently the pipe that goes into the tank when you're filling it was never tightened down or came loose. We're not sure what happened because the person that had this rig never put water in it because it was at a park. So
On city water.
we're not sure what happened, but that just built up on our way up here, and then finally found a way out, and that's where the leak came from. So that's all fixed. The
And then
awning's fixed.
and then we discovered when we brought it in.
Ah,
Yeah, so something else when we brought it into Alliance, which this is one of the reasons we love Alliance, is that they could have just taken it and fixed the two items they said they were going to do. But our service advisor, I don't know if that's what he's called, Tim, actually noticed something right off the bat, right after we got here. Got to Alliance on Tuesday morning. Tuesday
yes.
morning. What was that about?
Which I assume it's kind of a, I guess it's going on with a lot of them, are the earlier models. There is an issue with the front cap near the slide, and it needs to be reinforced because there's the possibility, it may not ever happen, but there's the possibility where it's welded together could pull apart and cause an issue with your slide. So he asked if we could leave it there until the end of the week because they'd like to go ahead and address that while they were there. And we felt like it was in the best hands to get it done while it was in Elkhart. So that's what we did. But it didn't take them till the end of the week because this is Thursday night and we're already back in Kentucky.
Yeah, so it was we had planned it was supposed to be a 1 day thing. So they said they're going to have it until they thought Friday. So we got a hotel for 2 nights at the Home 2 Suites by Hilton in Elkhart. Wayward Wags was staying there, and I think Matt's RV and Will, we saw them walking their dogs out. So I think that's kind of the Wayward home for Alliance owners when their rigs are being worked on or something, right? So yeah, but we got it done early, a day early, which was great. So we're on the way home, and that's again why we thought it was great because he's a worrywart more so than me, but that's good because once he knew that there could be an issue, he would have been thinking about it the whole time if we wouldn't have addressed it. So at that point, we both knew, and luckily, with the flexibility of our jobs, we could stay longer and just work remotely. So that's what we did, and now we feel a lot better about it. So,
Yep.
and then on the way down here to
And
Kentucky,
I'll tell you,
oh yeah,
I'm spoiled now because we went to this hotel, and it wasn't a bad hotel
no, not at all.
at all, but it's definitely different when you can pull into a place, park, and walk into your own stuff like it's all your things. It's weird how it feels different because I never thought about that before. We stayed at many hotels, and it never crossed my mind, but it's it's definitely a nice thing to kind of have your home with you.
Yeah, for sure. And oh, and making it think of home. We'll show more maybe in another video, but you may be looking around and say, "Hey, this doesn't look like the standard furniture inside an Alliance Avenue 33 RKS," and that is because while we were at the Ally rally, we bought new furniture.
Yep.
So we got rid of the two-seater couch that folds out and replaced it with a double recliner. And you can't see it on camera, but where the theater seats, we replaced the theater seats with power recliners. They look just like this, except they're power, and they have a wider little console in the middle. So we'll show that in another time. So we're really happy. But this is a little tease. And then we've talked about it before, but you can see here, these are our kids. We've had other videos that we've done, but there's Oliver and Maddie. This is our wonderful and dearly departed Abby. She's been gone since February, and we miss her still to this day, and we always will. And then Linus. So these are our kids. They're not with us on this trip, so we miss them, and we can't wait to see them when we get home in a couple days. But we do get to see them on video on our security cameras back home where Grandma's taking care of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So last thing I think for us is that the trip down here. So we talked about it a little bit on here. It was pretty good. We went a little bit further than we were thinking we were going to. We thought we'd stay in like the Louisville or north of Louisville, but we actually came a little bit further. It just makes our next trip easier to get, and we decided now that we're actually going to make it even easier. We're only going to go about 300 miles tomorrow and make a stop in Chattanooga.
We hope.
We hope. Yeah, we haven't gotten confirmation that there's that room is available or that resort.
Things are really busy.
Yeah,
because we couldn't find a place.
Yeah, and then Saturday we will land. We'll only have about less than 300 miles back to Carol's Sausage, and that's where we're going to meet up with our friends Scott and Jackie. So we will see them on Saturday and spend some time with them, and then on Sunday we got about 300 miles back to Tampa. So we should be home on Sunday. Yay! But
we'll have been gone 2 weeks.
Just over 2 weeks in a day, so 15 days by the time we get home. Yeah, but it's been fun.
Yeah,
and it's great to be able to travel in our other home, our on the road home. So,
but right. I miss our home too. So
yeah, that's our home right there. So, all right, so that's our update, and you'll see some pictures and videos as well. And we'll talk to you guys.
We forgot.
What did we forget?
Left,
yes, that's right.
We left the factory this morning.
Good one.
One reason we didn't get in here till about 8 o'clock tonight was that we left Alliance and we went straight over to RV Airflow Systems.
That's it.
And there, Art Miller,
yep,
and his team installed an airflow system into the bedroom air conditioner.
Hey Larry, where are we?
We are at RV Airflow Systems this morning.
Oh yeah? And yes. We had to figure out how to plug in the rig today, didn't we? So.
And believe it or not, I had all the attachments.
So here's the cord, and it goes to our surge protector. That goes to a 50 to a 30, and a 30 to a 110. That looks safe. And it's funny is because we saw them at the vendor mall at the rally, but we never got a chance to talk to them because we had so much stuff going on.
It was crazy busy.
And then we were reminded of it because Venturesome Couple put a video out of them doing that for their new Delta. So that reminded us. We got in touch with Art, and we arranged it. So we came right over to their
We went
shop.
to his shop today, and he put it all in and made a huge difference in the airflow for the bedroom.
So what was it again?
It started out at like 84.4 or something like that. It was pretty low. And by the time everything was said and done and he did all his work, we had 105% airflow.
Right. When that was that a considered 105 increase percent, right? So it's like, and Venturesome had like 102 or something like that. So we basically like have two ACs, the power of two ACs in our bedroom, which is really great because we've always struggled to cool that area down more so than this one that's in the living room, right? So we're looking forward to seeing how that is tonight when we sleep.
Yep.
So that was great too, and you'll see some pictures of that. They actually he added another
vent. Yes.
So when he went to drill a hole in the ceiling,
we closed our eyes.
Yeah, a bit of panic of drilling a hole into the ceiling of the rig.
But he did a great job.
He did. And take a look at them. They're great, and they're growing, leaps and bounds, and looking forward to what's going to happen with them as they continue to expand in their business.
Yep.
All right. So there it is. That's it. So we'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.